I'm happy to announce that Executive Intelligence Review this week is releasing a new special report which goes from the circumstances surrounding the original September 11th, 2001 attack and traces events all the way through to the September 11th, 2012 attack. And what this report documents is that the two attacks, 11 years apart, were in fact carried out by the same apparatus. Some of the names have changed, but many have in fact remained the same. What we're dealing with here is an Anglo-Saudi alliance. In fact, the last remaining empire still operational today is an Anglo-Saudi combined empire. And if you want to trace the origins of all major forms of international terrorism in the world today, from the radical neo-Salafist groups, including Al-Qaeda, to the narco-terrorism flowing out of places like Afghanistan and Colombia, all roads lead back to the same exact destination, a combination of British monarchy and Saudi monarchy assets, including a vast offshore dirty money operation associated with the City of London and with offshore havens including the Cayman Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Middle East areas like Dubai and Qatar. And in each of this instance, you've got an apparatus that has been in place for decades. In the recent historical period, the best name that you could give to this apparatus is the BAE Saudi Al-Yamama network. And among the pivotal players involved in that structure are the Saudi Arabian current head of national intelligence, Prince Bandar bin Sultan. At the time of the original 9/11 attacks, Prince Bandar was the Saudi ambassador in Washington. And to this day, President Obama has continued to cover up the crimes of Bandar and the Anglo-Saudi Al-Yamama apparatus in bankrolling the initial 9/11 attacks of 2001 and of bankrolling the continued and expanded terrorist apparatus that, among other things, carried out the recent attacks in Benghazi, Libya, in which Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other American officials were killed. Prince Bandar was directly involved in the financing of the original 9/11 attacks. The Joint House-Senate Committee investigating the intelligence failures leading into those attacks prepared a 28-page chapter in their report detailing flows of funds through Prince Bandar and his wife into the hands of 2 Saudi intelligence officers out on the West Coast, who in turn bankrolled at least 2 and probably more of the 9/11 terrorists. Tens of thousands of dollars at minimum, financing the housing, the training, and the logistics for the 9/11 attack provably came through the bank accounts of Prince Bandar at Riggs National Bank and later HSBC Bank here in the United States. That chapter in the original report, co-chaired by then Senator Bob Graham and Senator Richard Shelby, was classified and suppressed by President Bush at the Bush-Cheney White House. When President Obama came in office, he campaigned around, among other things, a promise to declassify that information. Not only did President Obama not declassify that information, he deep-sixed it even further and therefore is complicit in the continuing cover-up. Prince Bandar was the author, along with Margaret Thatcher and later Tony Blair, of the Al-Yamama program, nominally a oil for weapons program between Great Britain and Saudi Arabia. but which is a byproduct, created the largest offshore black operations fund for the financing of global terrorism. These are but some of the highlights of what we document in this authoritative EIR Bill of Indictment against the British monarchy, the Saudi royal family, Prince Bandar bin Sultan, President Bush, and continued with President Obama, who were complicit in the attacks, first in 2001 on the Trade Center, the Pentagon, and other sites, and then more recently, 11 years later, on the anniversary date, the attacks in Benghazi resulting in the killing of 4 American diplomats. The same apparatus, the same British, the same Saudi hands behind the creation of the terrorist networks, and the same apparatus, first Bush Cheney and later Obama, involved in the cover-up.